Sige, let's continue with our discussion. So this is the part 2 of your vascular disease post-test rationalization. Kanina kasi nagising si baby. So I have to stop the recording to attend to him. So, balik tayo. Number 22. A patient who has been diagnosed with vasospastic disorder or Raynaud's disease. Disease pa rin ito ha. Ayan, meaning primary Raynaud's. Complains of cold and stiffness in the fingers. So which of the following descriptions, ayan, is most likely to fit the patient? Ayan. So ibig sabihin, sino sa mga ito ang sa tingin nyo, ayan, most likely merong Raynaud's disease? So, ang tatandaan nyo dito or ang i-recall nyo dito are the risk factors. Ayan, ilagay natin risk factors. Risk factors of Raynaud's disease. Ano po? Kasi sa Raynaud's disease, 'di ba, ang cause nito is unknown, 'di ba? However, we can identify the risk factors. Kung sino yung mga pwedeng magkaroon. First risk factor is being female. Ayan. Kasi more common siya sa female. Then, for the age of under 30. Ayan. So, ako being 34 years old, salbado na ako, charis. Hindi na ako kasama sa at risk, 'di ba? And of course, family history. Family history. Ayan. So, female age under 30. So, amongst the option, an adolescent male being male, di na siya kasama. Elderly woman, under 30 nga, di ba? So, hindi siya kasama. So, between a young woman and an elderly man, man na naman, male. Doon tayo sa young woman. So the correct answer here is letter C. Number 23. Which of the following is most likely associated with CVA or cerebrovascular accident resulting from congenital heart disease? Ayan. So, alin dito? Ayan. So, most likely associated with CVA. Ayan. Congenital heart disease. Congenital, ibig sabihin, pakapanganak pa lang, meron na siyang ganito. Ayan. Ano po? Ayan. The correct answer here is letter A. Bakit? Ano po? Because kapag may congenital heart disease po ang isang tao or ang isang bata, 'di ba? Our body is geared to compensate for any lack of something sa loob ng katawan natin. Ano po? Ayan. As much as possible, kapag may kulang po sa katawan natin, our body tends to compensate. And since there is congenital heart disease, ibig sabihin may problema sa puso ng isang bata. Puso ng isang tao. So, ibig sabihin, compromised din po yung, the amount of oxygen and nutrients na, nakakarating sa tissues ng pasyenteng ito. So in order to address that, one of the mechanism is for your bone marrow to produce large amount of blood cells. However, ang problema sa polycythemia vera, sa polycythemia vera, ang ilinalabas niya na dugo or na blood cells are all immature. So, ibig sabihin, kahit maraming blood cell, hindi siya mapakinabangan ng katawan. Hindi siya napapakinabangan. And then, in a way, since masyadong mataas ang amount ng blood cells, pag sinabing blood cells, kasama na dyan yung white blood cell and red blood cell, ha? The large amount of blood cells in the blood, thickens the blood. Pinapalapot niya yung dugo ng isang pasyente, resulting now for the blood to be highly viscous. Ayan, and kapag po malapot masyado ang dugo, ayan, it can cause thrombosis. Ayan, thrombus that can be dislodged, become embolus, at it can go to the brain and cause CVA. Ayan. Diba? Yun po ang nangyayari kapag may congenital heart disease, kapag may congenital heart disease, prone siyang magkaroon ng polycythemia vera, at kapag may polycythemia vera po, pwedeng magkaroon ng CVA ang isang tao. Ayan, yun po ang mechanism. Sana nasabayan nyo. Ayan. Cardiomyopathy, although congenital heart disease, hindi po siya hindi. Kasi congenital, di ba? Cardiomyopathy is developed over time. And endocarditis, same. Low blood pressure, hindi din. The correct answer dyan talaga is polycythemia vera. So, number 24. A patient comes to the emergency department with abdominal pain. Okay? Workup reveals the presence of a rapid enlarging abdominal aortic aneurysm. Ayan. So, which of the following actions should the nurse expect? Ano yung i-expect mo? Kasi kailangan kapag nurse ka, nasa emergency room ka, kailangan aside from being assertive and fast in your nursing actions, kailangan alam mo kung what to expect. Or sometimes you have to anticipate para hindi ka na-shock sa mga order ng doktor. So, isa-isahin natin. Letter A, the patient will be admitted to the medicine unit or medical unit for observation and medication. Sa tingin nyo, rapidly enlarging abdominal aortic aneurysm, kapag na-detect po ng doktor na merong aneurysm ang isang pasyente, hindi na siya maghihintay. The priority is what? The priority is to stop, or avoid the rupture of the aneurysm. So, for sure, hindi na siya dadalhin sa medical unit. Anong observation and medication? Hindi na. Wala nang ganun-ganun. Alatul or as soon as possible, dadalhin na po siya saan? Dadalhin na siya sa surgery. Ayan. However, amongst the option, may dalawa. Si letter B, admitted to the day surgery for sclerotherapy. Ayan, anong sclerotherapy? Ang sclerotherapy po, para po yan sa varicose veins. Varicose veins. Ayan. So, hindi po, ang problema ng pasyente, aneurysm ha, hindi varicose vein. So, mali na kagad si letter B. Mali ka din. Between the two, ayan, di ba dalawa lang naman yung may sinabing surgery dito, si letter B and letter C. Si letter C, surgical unit and resection will be scheduled. Ito na po ang tamang sagot. Ayan. It can be resection or it can be your what? It can be anything amongst your tevar, coiling, clipping, ayan, 'di ba? May mga management tayong napag-usapan before. Ayan, 'yun po ang pwedeng gawin para sa pasyente. Because we want to prevent the aneurysm from rupturing, because a ruptured aneurysm is a life-threatening condition. So as much as possible, aagapan na yan ng doktor. Okay po. So, the correct answer here is letter C. And si letter D naman, bakit siya mali? The patient will be discharged. Ay, hindi na yan siya i-discharge. Ayan. Kasi rapidly enlarging eh. Oo. Baka pumutok na. Di pati natin yan, hindi natin yan masasabi kung kailan siya puputok. 'Di ba? Ayan. So, sabi nga, prevention is better than cure. Number 25. Which of the following signs, ayan, and symptoms usually signifies rapid expansion and impeding rupture of an abdominal aortic aneurysm? Ayan. Anong hinahanap natin? Signs and symptoms, ayan, ng rapid expansion and impeding rupture. Ayan. Ang sagot po dyan is letter A. Abdominal pain. Ayan. Yung absent pedal pulse, hindi yan. Chest pain, hindi din. Ayan. Lower back pain, hindi din. Kasi the abdominal aortic aneurysm, it's the abdominal aorta, ayan, it's in your thoracic region, in your abdomen. Ano po? Kung walang abdominal pain, maybe you should watch out for sudden severe, ayan. Sudden, severe, and constant. Ayan. Constant. Ayan. Sudden, severe, constant abdominal pain. Ayan. Pwedeng ng back pain. Ayan. Back pain. Back pain ha, hindi lower back pain. Or pulsating sensation. Pulsating sensation. Ayun. Okay. Bakit ko highlight si chest pain and lower back pain? Ang sagot dyan is abdominal pain. Sige. Number 26. A patient is scheduled for a magnetic resonance imaging scan or MRI scan for suspected aneurysm. Ayan. So, which of the following is a contraindication? Bilugan natin yung contraindication to the study for this patient. Ayan ha. Iba po ang MRI sa angiography. Okay? Ayan. Kasi kapag MRI po, parang scan lang yun. It's a form of CT scan. However, instead of computer tomography or computerized tomography, in MRI, we are making use of magnetic field. Ano po? May contrast po ba dyan, ma'am? Yes, may contrast. However, the contrast that is being used here in MRI is not iodine-based. Ano po? Kaya yung letter A, ask the patient is if allergic to shellfish, hindi po siya contraindication kasi ang ginagamit nating contrast sa MRI is not iodine based. Ano po? Ayan. Si letter C naman, the patient suffers from claustrophobia. Meron na po tayong mga available na open MRI ngayon. Ano po? Tinatawag natin yan na open MRI scanners. Open MRI scanners. Ayan. And then, if ever the open MRI scanners are not available, pwede tayong gumamit or pwedeng mag-prescribe si manggagamot ng anti-anxiety medications. Ayan. Kung walang open MRI scanners, the doctor or the attending physician can prescribe for anti-anxiety medications or anxiolytics. Ano po? Medications. Ayan. That can be given prior to MRI scan. Okay? Ayan. So, si letter C, hindi siya contraindication. How about letter D? The patient takes antipsychotic medication. Ayan. Even if the patient is taking antipsychotic medication, it's not a contraindication po. Ano po? Okay lang. Okay lang. Kasi pwede nga siyang ma-prescribe ng anti-anxiety medications, 'di ba? Hindi siya contraindication. However, si letter B, which is the correct answer here, bakit siya contraindicated? The patient who is wearing, or has an implant of a pacemaker, yung pacemaker niya po, the pacemaker itself can what? Can interfere with the magnetic fields of the scanner. Isulat natin. Can interfere, tama ba yung interfere ko? Interfere with the magnetic fields. Ayan. Magnetic fields. Pati spelling ng fields. Sorry na. Alop na kaya ako. Magnetic fields. Ayan. Of the scanner. Ayan. And at the same time, kapag may pacemaker yung pasyente, since magnetic fields din po yung gumagana sa MRI scanner, pwede na din pong sirain yung pacemaker ng pasyente. Kaya nga, isa sa mga special considerations po kapag naghahatid kayo ng mga pasyente sa MRI, you have to remove all metal objects, including you, including you as the nurse. Kapag papasok kayo sa kwarto ng MRI, kailangan yung relo, yung relo nyo, kung may mga alahas kayo dyan, you have to remove it. Especially if you have your, hairpins, ganyan, o yung ID nyo, ipapatanggal po yan lahat. Ipapatanggal yan, para papasukin kayo sa loob ng MRI. Kasi i-assist mo. Sorry na. Ayan, kayo din po yung mag-a-assist sa pasyente. Sa paghiga doon sa machine, sa scanner. Ayan. No metal objects po tayo dapat kapag i-assist yung pasyente sa MRI. You and the patient both. Okay po? Ayan. So, number 27. A patient in the cardiac unit is concerned about risk factors associated with atherosclerosis. So, which of the following are hereditary risk factors for developing atherosclerosis? So, hereditary daw. Hereditary. Namamana. So, the correct answer here is family history of heart disease. Siyempre. Because, alam nyo, yung being overweight, smoking, being overweight and smoking, it can be modified, di ba? Kung overweight yung pasyente, you can advise them to what? To do diet, do exercise, exercise regularly. Mga lifestyle factors kasi yan eh. Mga lifestyle factors kasi yan, di ba? Yung smoking, they can quit smoking. If they can. Di ba? The age naman, on the other hand, yung age pantay-pantay lang. Lahat naman tayo tumatanda, di ba? We will only stop aging when we die. Wala tayong magagawa dyan. It's a given. Di ba? Ayan. Sige. Number 28. Number 28, there are a number of risk factors associated with coronary artery disease. So which of the following is a modifiable risk factor? Of course, the correct answer here is letter A, obesity. Because you can modify it. Gaya nga nung sinabi ko sa previous item, 'di ba? For the obesity or being overweight, you can what? You can advise them to have diet, regular exercise. They can even undergo bariatric surgery if they want. Oo. So, that's for obesity. Yung heredity, wala tayong magagawa. Nasa genes niya talaga yan. And gender, heredity, gender, and age, they cannot be modified. Ayan. They cannot be modified. Cannot be modified. Ayan. Number 29. Which of the following vascular diseases is caused by vasospastic attacks, ayan, in the small blood vessels in the fingers and toes? Ayan. Pag vasospastic attacks, of course, that is your Raynaud's disease, Raynaud's syndrome, sorry. Ayan. Pag Raynaud's syndrome, it can either be your Raynaud's disease or Raynaud's phenomenon. O, ulitin natin. Pag Raynaud's disease, it's primary Raynaud's, the cause is unknown. Ano po? And the clinical manifestations tends to be milder. Ano po? As compared to Raynaud's phenomenon or secondary Raynaud's, ayan, kapag sinabing Raynaud's phenomenon, it is caused by underlying conditions. Ano po? Underlying conditions, medications, or sometimes because of the patient's lifestyle. Ano po? Ayan. Renal artery stenosis. Ito naman, yung ano ko. Renal artery stenosis, this is because of narrowing of your renal artery, 'di ba? Ayan, thromboangiitis obliterans, this is what? This is your inflammation, 'di ba? Inflammation of your blood vessels in your peripheries, 'di ba? Vasculitis, this is the general term for the inflammation of your blood vessels that can occur anywhere in your body. Okay? Yan. So sana sa paulit-ulit natin dito sa mga terms na ito, dito sa mga vascular diseases, may memorize nyo. Okay? Ayan. So number 30. You're currently taking care of a patient newly diagnosed with cerebral aneurysm, and the patient asks you about the first brain aneurysm symptoms. Ano daw ba yung unang simptomas? Ayan, na nararamdaman ng mga pasyenteng may cerebral aneurysm. So, what would be your best response? The correct answer here is letter A. Ayan. So, bakit? Because brain aneurysms usually do not produce symptoms. Ano po? Hindi hindi nalalaman ng mga hindi nalalaman ng mga pasyente kasi usually lang wala silang nararamdaman actually. Until they burst or become large enough to be detected. Buti kung lumaki muna yung aneurysm. O ano yung usually mararamdaman nila? Headache, ayan, dizziness. So, itong throbbing headache, loss of consciousness, usually nangyayari yan kapag pumutok na po yung aneurysm. Ano po? And then, ito namang one-sided headache, usually behind the eye, this is what? This is a clinical manifestation of your cervical artery dissection. Ano po? Cervical artery dissection. Ayan. Number 31. Saka, alam nyo, dito sa throbbing headache, it doesn't necessarily mean na kapag may throbbing headache ka, may aneurysm ka na, di ba? Hindi mo pwedeng nalipagsan ka lang ng photo. Ayan. Wait lang po. Ayan. Nagkukulit ang aking makulit. Nadada. Standby lang tayo dyan. Magpapakananig lang ako 5 minutes. Okay? And loss of consciousness, malay mo, nag-hypotension siya. Di ba? Ayan. So, the best response is letter A. Number 31, a resident in a long-term facility who has venous stasis ulcers is treated with an Unabut. Yung Unabut po, it's your leg compression device. 'Di ba? Naalala niyo 'yon? Ayan. So, which nursing activity included in the care is best to delegate to the NA or your nursing attendant. Ano po? So, itong klase ng tanong na ito, even if I haven't discussed with you or I haven't mentioned the unabot before, okay lang yun. Kasi, ang tanong dito is, the concept here is the proper delegation. 'Di ba? Ayan. So, alin daw sa mga sumusunod ang pwede mong i-delegate or ipagawa sa nursing attendant? Letter A, teaching family members the sign of infection. Letter B, monitoring capillary perfusion once every 8 hours. Letter C, evaluating food sensation and movement each shift. Or letter D, assisting the client in cleaning around the una booth. So sa tingin ninyo, alin dito ang pwede nyong ipagawa sa nursing attendant? The correct answer here is letter D. Ayan. Bakit? You cannot delegate what is supposedly your own task. Ano po? Ayan. It is your responsibility as the nurse to teach the family members the sign of infection. Ano po? It is part of your health teaching management, 'di ba? As nurses. Letter B, monitoring capillary perfusion once every 8 hours. Ayan, how will you monitor the capillary perfusion? Alam nyo ba kung paano? Capillary refill, 'di ba? Capillary refill. Meron tayong tinatawag na nail blanch test, 'di ba? Ayan. This is how you can easily monitor the capillary perfusion. Paano nyo yun ginagawa? Di ba yung nail bed, pinipindot mo siya? Ayan. And then, kapag pinindot mo siya, di ba mamumuti yung nail bed niya? Di ba sa nails? Ayan, mamumuti siya. Tapos, hihintayin mo, magbibilang ka how many seconds siya ulit marirefill or how many seconds does the nail bed, how many seconds will it take for the nail bed to become pinkish again? 'Di ba? Ayan. So, ita-timing mo 'yon. The normal capillary refill, the normal time is less than 2 to 3 seconds. May sulat niyo yan ha? Less than 2 to 3 seconds. Ayan. And a longer time can indicate what? It can indicate poor peripheral perfusion. Ano po? Or pwedeng dehydrated ang pasyente mo or pwede naman na meron siyang circulatory issues such as vascular diseases. Ano po? Ayan. Ginagawa din namin yan sa mga pasyenteng may mga nakakast. Ano po? Yung mga nakakast, na sementado ang mga paa, bakit paa or kamay? Bakit? We make sure na walang compartment syndrome na nagaganap. Ano po, compartment syndrome is 'di ba na semento yung yung limb. Ayan, minsan kasi masyadong mahigpit pala. Ano po, masyadong mahigpit. Tapos ang nangyayari, since mahigpit po yung pagkakakas sa kanila, pagkakatali ng kanilang limb, nai-impede yung yung blood circulation. Ano po, nagkakaroon ng obstruction sa blood circulation ng distal portion of the limb. So kapag nangyari yun, hindi mo na-detect yung compartment syndrome, ibig sabihin walang circulation doon sa distal portion of the arms or the legs, magkakaroon po tayo ng gangrene and it will cause necrosis doon sa distal part. So, pag nangyari yun, hindi mo naagapan kasi hindi ka nag-check ng capillary refill, it will lead eventually to amputation of the distal portion. Kasi kung gangrenous na, 'di ba? Namatay na, dead na yung yung pagbukas mo ng cast, nabubulok na pala yung kamay or yung paa. Ayan, ganun po kaimportante yung checking of capillary refill. Ano po? At nurses po ang may trabaho niyan. Hindi mo yan pwedeng i-delegate sa nursing attendant lang. Opo. Ayan. Sige. Tapos, si letter C naman, evaluating foot sensation and movement each shift. Ayan, kasama po iyan sa health assessment. Ano po, nursing assessment? So, kailangan ikaw po mismo ang mag-a-assess nito. Ano po, yung letter A, B, and C, trabaho po iyan ng nurse. Hindi mo yan pwedeng i-delegate sa nursing attendant or nursing assistant. However, sa letter D, assisting the client in cleaning around the una booth, pwedeng-pwede po iyan sa nursing assistant. Kasi maglilinis lang naman, di ba? Ayan. Number 32. After diagnostic imaging exams, ayan, the peripheral artery disease of the patient was confirmed with partial blockage of the femoral artery. Ayan. So, which of the following surgical procedures involve inserting a catheter to reach the affected artery and place a stent? Ayan. At the affected part of the artery. May stent. Inserting a catheter daw. Ayan, inserting a catheter. Inserting a catheter. Tapos, ayan, placing a stent. Doon pa lang sa placing a stent, maghanap ka na ng may stent dito. Malamang sa malamang, nabanggit na yung stent doon, stent with balloon angioplasty ang sagot. 'Di ba? Bakit? In the peripheral artery bypass graft, you will make use of another blood vessels. It can either be a blood vessel from the patient himself or herself or a silicone tube. Bahala po ang vascular surgeon. Tapos yun po ang gagamitin, gagawa ng graft ang doktor to bypass the blocked area. Ano po? Para magkakaroon ng rerouting ng blood flow. Ano po? Yung atherectomy naman, this is the removal of your atherosclerosis removal of atherosclerosis using a catheter with sharp blade. Ano po? It can be laser or rotary burr. Atherectomy yan. Sige, isulat natin para matandaan. Atherectomy removes atherosclerotic plaque using a catheter. Yan. Pero instead of placing a stent, ano po, tinatanggal niya mismo yung plaque. Ano po? Yan. With a sharp blade. Yan. Pwedeng laser or rotating burr. Yan. So, it is a procedure of removing an plaque within the artery. Ayan. Gamit ito. Ano po? So, from within, tinatanggal niya. 'Di ba? Yung endarterectomy naman, on the other hand, yung endarterectomy, this is the removal of your what? Of the atherosclerotic plaque using an incision. Ano po? Galing sa labas, mag-i-incise yung doktor, tatanggalin niya yung atherosclerotic plaque doon sa artery, and then afterwards, magagawa siya ng stitches. Ano po? Kasi open incision yung gagawin niya. Diba? Sige. Number 33. Your patient asked you, what is the cure for Buerger's disease? Ayan. So, di ba ang Buerger's disease, this is your thromboangiitis obliterans. This is because of the inflammation of your blood vessels, ayan, in your peripheries. Di ba? Ayan. So, which of the following would be the best answer? Ano daw ang cure o ang gamot sa Buerger's disease? Ayan. So, what would be the best answer? Ito, ang ano dito is Theracom. Ano po, kita mo, nasa MS tayo, pero yung tanong Theracom, therapeutic communication. So, si letter A, all we need to do is pray. Pwede. Ayan. Kasi 'di ba knowing that there is no cure for Buerger's disease, 'di ba? So how will you break it to the patient gently, 'di ba? Break it to me gently. Ayan. Oh. So, letter B, you should relax and let us medical professionals decide what to do for you. In a way, dito sa you should relax, therapeutic siya, 'di ba? Kalma ka lang, kami na bahala sa iyo. Pero mali 'yun because you don't have as medical professionals, you don't have the right to decide for the patient. Ano po, wala kang karapatan. All the decision should be coming from the patient. As medical professionals, you are only there to what? Ano po? To lay out all the options, ayan, and inform the patient all the benefits and consequences of each option. Ano po, yun lang po ang kaya nating gawin. Hindi po tayo pwedeng pumili para sa pasyente. Ano po, as client advocates, we have to make sure that the patient is well informed. Ano po, so that makes letter B mali. Si letter A pwede, kaso pray, yes, oo. Faith is good. Faith is important. Oo, pero napaka-vague. Ano po? So, sketchy pa ang letter A. Si letter B, mas sketchy. Wala kang karapatang mag-desisyon sa pasyente. Si letter C naman, ang harsh. There is no cure for you. Wow, ganun. Parang, wow. Ang nito, after mo sabihin na, there is no cure for you, na-depress na yung pasyente to. May focus na nga ako, ma'am. Na-depress na siya. Hopelessness. Ganyan. Ayan. Napaka-harsh naman ng there is no cure for you. Ayan, mali. However, sa letter D, you have to inform the client that even if there is currently none, kasi nagtatanong siya about the cure, 'di ba? Even if there is currently none, there are ways to control the clinical manifestations and avoid complications. Tapos dun ka na papasok sa health education mo, 'di ba? Ayan, kung ano yung plano mo at ng doktor, ayan, on how to manage the clinical manifestations. Or how to manage the disease of the patient. Ayan, and avoid complications. So thus, the correct answer here is letter D. Ayan. Number 34. Which of the following health teachings, will you impart to a client with peripheral artery disease? Will you impart? Health teaching, impart. So, ibig sabihin, maghanap tayo ng positive. Positive tayo. Positive. Letter A, enroll to the gym as soon as possible. Ito client with peripheral artery disease. Letter A, enroll to the gym, as soon as possible. Madadala ba yan ng pa-gym-gym lang? Ayan. Yes, it will help somehow. Ayan. Letter B, and drink plenty of fluids every day. Pwede. Ayan. Pwede. Letter C, avoid walking on sandy shores. Pwede din. 'Di ba? Pwede din. Kaso, meron bang shores dito na hindi sandy? Ayan. It's not to avoid walking on sandy shores, but the patient can still walk on sandy shores provided that the patient will what? Provided that the patient will wear proper foot covering. Ano po? However, si letter D, importance of meticulous care, this is very important. Ano po? Ayan, this is very important. Bakit? Kasi po, kapag nagkasugat ang isang pasyente, sa paa, minsan hindi niya yan napapansin. Kapag may peripheral artery disease. Bakit? Kasi affected na po yung nerves. Affected yung nerves niya sa, 'di ba, sa paa. Minsan hindi niya namamalayan, may sugat pala, nakaritan pala niya, yung mga nicks and scratches, ayan. And since there is peripheral artery disease, kulang po yung blood supply sa paa niya. Ano po? And those light scratches, ayan, or nicks can develop into a full-blown wound. Ano po? And since impeded po yung sensory niya, hindi niya yun mapapansin. Ano po? Ayan. So kapag hindi na yun since hindi niya napansin, napabayaan niya, malaki na, usually din po, hindi gumagaling kaagad-agad ang sugat niya sa paa. Ano po? Thus the importance of meticulous foot care. Yan. So amongst all of these, ang pinaka-importante po is the importance of meticulous foot care. Ano po? So number 25. What is the usual cause of intestinal ischemic syndrome? And the correct answer here is letter D, atherosclerosis. Sorry na, oo, typographical error. Atherosclerosis yan before, di ko ba alam kung anong nangyari. Ayan, oo. Itong incorrigible smoking, pwede. Sedentary lifestyle, sige. Sige, or plaque build up along blood vessels. Aha, okay. Wait lang. Because atherosclerosis is plaque build up along blood vessels, di ba? Ayan, o ito pa. Sige, buti na lang Ay, yan, reviewing my answers while I'm, yan. Asan na yun? Andito. Sige. Sige. I will also consider letter C. Ano po? Ayan. O isa pa, dalawang items na to ha, dalawang items na to na may consideration ako. Kasi I think itong plaque build up along blood vessels, this can also be atherosclerosis, no? Feeling ko nga ito yung tamang sagot talaga. Oo. Ano man nangyari ka na ko? Ayan, sige. So number 35, tapos anong number nga yun ulit? Number 35 and yan? Anong number yun? Yung may tayo? Nagbigay ako ng yan? Yung may endarterectomy? Saan yun? Oo. Because I want you to recheck your own answer sheets. Recheck your own answer sheets and then approach me. Para ma-recheck natin. Yan, ito, number 35 and number 15. Ayan. So, yan nyo ha. Itong number 15, if you also answered letter C, we will consider that. Po. Ayan. Carotid endarterectomy. Sige. B and C. Tapos, dito sa number 35, if you answered letter C, ayan. Correct answer din po iyan. Okay? Letter C or letter D. Ayan. Sige. Then, number 36. Ayan. Don't worry. Para hindi tayo, para hindi kayo, di nyo makalimutan, I will remind sa GC. Okay? Ayan. I will remind sa GC para, during your grade consultation or anytime. O, you can just message me. Ayan. Message nyo na lang ako. Just take a photo of the, answer sheet. Opo, take a photo of the answer sheet and then send it to me. Okay? Yan. So number 36, what is the first priority in the management of mesenteric ischemia? Ayan, mesenteric ischemia, priority dito, priority ang hinahanap. Diba? Napag-usapan natin that the priority in the management of mesenteric ischemia or intestinal ischemic syndrome is letter D, restore blood circulation. Ayan. Then, after restoring the blood circulation, secondary priority is to what? Is to ensure that there is no intestinal perforation. We will look for dead tissues. Ayan. Or the doctor rather will look for dead tissues inside the GIT. Ayan, or along the GIT. Number 37, what causes the dead tissues along the intestines for a person with mesenteric ischemia? Ayan, so ano daw ang cause? Ayan, cause of dead tissues along the intestines for a person with mesenteric ischemia. Of course, it is the lack of blood supply. Ayan. Ito mga basic na lang ito. Ano po? Ayan. Oo. The severe infection, rather, yung severe infection, this is what? This is the effect of the presence of dead tissues. Ano po? Poor appetite, hindi. Diarrhea, hindi. Yung poor appetite and diarrhea, these are your clinical manifestations na. Ano po? Number 38. What is the other cause of renal artery stenosis aside from atherosclerosis? So, other cause daw. Other cause of renal artery stenosis aside from atherosclerosis. This is your what? Di ba dalawa siya? Fibromuscular dyspepsia? Walang ganun. Merong dyspepsia, yes. Oo, pero walang fibromuscular dyspepsia. Instead, we have fibromuscular dysplasia. Okay? Ayan. Then, number 39, what is the most common symptom of RAS? What is RAS? Renal artery stenosis. What is the most common symptom? It is, of course, your high blood pressure. Ayan. Bago pa man po magkaroon ng kidney failure ang isang pasyente na may RAS, nagkakaroon muna siya ng blood pressure. Ito, test-taking strategies. Ano po? Kung may makapansin kayo na options that is opposite of each other, like for example, here in letter A and letter B, low blood pressure or high blood pressure, most probably po, isa sa mga yan ang tamang sagot. If you know this test-taking skill strategy, you already have what? You already have 50% chance of choosing the correct answer. Amo po. Ayan. So, between low blood pressure and high blood pressure, the correct answer is high blood pressure. Ayan. The decreased urination po, this is what? This is already a clinical manifestation of your kidney failure. Amo po. Number 40. Which of the following is characteristic of declining kidney function in the later stages of RAS? Ayan. So, the correct answer here is letter D. All answers are correct. Ayan, because nausea and vomiting, swelling in the legs and feet, darkening of the skin, these are all clinical manifestations, ayan, of end-stage renal disease. Ayan. Number 41. What is the significant difference between Raynaud's disease and Raynaud's phenomenon? Sige nga. Ayan, sinong naghanap dito ng ng letter D? Hindi ko na nilagyan ng letter D. Wala lang, wala na akong maisulat eh. Ayan, tapos nandyan naman na yung tamang sagot. The correct answer here is letter B. Ayan, letter B. Sa sa letter A, they are both considered Raynaud's syndrome. Tama naman. It is correct. However, ang tanong nga is significant difference, di ba? Oo, significant difference. Sagutin mo yung tanong. Ayan. Sa naman, then mapapansin nyo, same test-taking strategies. Di ba pinagbaliktad lang? Yung letter B and letter C. So, ibig sabihin, isa sa dalawang ito ang tamang sagot, di ba? Ayan. However, between B and C, ang tama is letter B. Raynaud's disease does not have a known cause. Ayan, while Raynaud's phenomenon is caused by underlying disease, condition, medication, or lifestyle factors. Yan. Okay, malapit na tayong matapos. Number 42. You received a patient in the emergency department complaining of burning sensation of the hands. Upon collecting the blood test, you noted the elevation of ESR and CRP. Yan. You suspect that the patient has ano ba yung mino-monitor natin kapag nagtitingin tayo ng ESR and CRP? Ano po? Ito mga blood test na ito po, these measures the inflammation or these are indications of inflammation. Ano po? Inflammation within the body. Ayan. They look for inflammation. Look or indicate. Ayan. Or ito na lang. Ayan. Elevation or elevated ESR and CRP. Ayan. Indicates. Ang talaga ng sulat ko. Ano ba yan? Indicates inflammation. Inflammation. Ano po? However, considering the clinical manifestations of burning hands or burning sensation of the hands, between thromboangiitis obliterans and vasculitis, mas tama na po si thromboangiitis obliterans. Sige. Si renal artery stenosis, hindi na siya kasi this is, ano ulit ang renal artery stenosis? Diba? This is narrowing of your renal artery. Raynaud's syndrome, this is what? This is caused by your vasospastic attacks. Ano po? Because of exaggerated vasomotor response. Tapos, si vasculitis naman, may ba paulit-ulit, diba? Because I want you to memorize this really. Kasi napaulit-ulit nating, pag napaulit-ulit mo siyang naririnig, paulit-ulit mo siyang dinidiscuss, nami-memorize mo. This is one way of mastering the concept. So, sa vasculitis, this is inflammation, however, this is a general term for the inflammation that can occur in any part of your body. Ayan. However, kapag thromboangiitis obliterans, these are the inflammation of the small blood vessels in your peripheries. Diba? Oo. Kasama na dun ang hands and feet. Kaya, ang sagot is thromboangiitis obliterans. Ayan. So, what is the cause of Berger's disease? Ito na yung mga time na, tinatamad na akong galingan sa paggawa ng tanong. Ang madadali na lang, di ba? So, what is the cause of Berger's disease? Sagot, unknown. Yan. Hindi natin alam. Number 44, what is the main goal of treatment for carotid artery stenosis? Diba? Treat the main cause? Hindi. Ayan. Bakit? Ano yung main cause? The main cause is, atherosclerosis, diba? Ayan. So, instead of that, bago ka mag-surgery, you want to halt the progression of the disease first. Ayan. There is no cure for carotid stenosis. No, there is cure. You can perform surgery or you can take medications. Diba? Ayan. Number 45. How would you explain to your patient how carotid artery stenosis causes stroke? Ayan. Ano na naman tayo? Paano mo i-explain? The correct answer here is letter B. The hardened plaque deposits inside the carotid artery causes obstruction. Ayan. To the blood flow supplying to the brain. Ayan. Itong letter A, blood vessels inside the brain ruptures causing hemorrhage inside the vein. This is what? This is your ruptured aneurysm. Ayan. Itong vasospasms naman in the blood vessels supplying the brain, hindi po ito. Wala namang ganun. Oo. Then, ballooning in the carotid artery with threats of rupture. This is what? This is your carotid aneurysm. Carotid aneurysm. Sige. Number 46. 46. Which of the following is a common cause of stroke in young and middle adults? This is your what? This is your cervical artery dissection. Masyado ng basic, di ba? Ayan. Number 47. Which of the following happens when there is a tear in one or more layers of blood vessel tissue? Sige. Alin dito? Of course, your cervical artery dissection. Ayan. Then, number 48. What is the cause of carotid body tumor? Ano ang cause? Nabanggit ba? Di ba sabi natin, it's unknown. Ayan. Kasi considering that it's a tumor, di din naman natin alam kung paano nabuo yung tumor na yun, di ba? Ayan. It is not atherosclerosis, it's not infection, and of course, it's not blood clot. Ano po? Ayan. Then, number 49, weakened vein walls and increased blood pressure cause which of the following vascular disease? The correct answer here is your varicose veins. Ayan. Talagang impromptu kasi ina-analyze ko din. Ano po? The correct answer here is your varicose veins. Bakit? Ano po? Between aneurysm and varicose veins, the key term here or the key word here is vein walls. Ano po? Saan nangyayari ang aneurysm? Aneurysms happen in your arteries. Ano po? Ayan. Kasi po, ang nangyayari kapag nag-weaken po yung vein walls, ano po? Ayan, kapag nag-weaken ang vein walls, nag-enlarge yung diameter ng veins natin, di ba? At remember, your veins contain valves. Kapag nag-enlarge po yung vein walls, yung mga balbula pong yun, hindi na siya magbubuka, hindi na siya magsasara ng maayos. Ano po? Resulting to pooling of blood. Ano po? Resulting to pooling of blood and thus resulting to the varicose veins. Ano po? Ayan. Ganun. Number 50. What is the function of the valves within the vein? Of course, letter A. Sorry. Letter A. Last item na. Ayan. Letter A, to ensure only one direction of the blood flow. Ano po? Para po hindi mag-backflow. Ano po, hindi siya babalik. Kasi 'di ba, considering that in the veins, ano po, kaunti na lang po, hindi na siya masyadong affected ng pumping action ng heart. Ano po? Pag sa vein, umaasa tayo more on the muscle movement. 'Di ba? Ayan, muscle movement, especially sa legs nyo. 'Di ba may tinatawag tayong secondary heart, which is your calf muscles. Ano po? Ayan. Sige. So, that ends the rationalization po. Ayan. Tingnan nyo, pati yung anak ko, natutuwa siya. Makakapaglaro na daw kami. Ayan. So, that ends the rationalization. Sige. Instead, hindi ko na ipopost itong 35 and 15 para malalaman ko kung sino lang yung nakikinig sa rationalization. Siyempre, siya lang yung lalapit sa akin, di ba? Ayan. So, if you happen to to watch this video, ayan, at tama po kayo sa number 15 and number 35, ayan, just just message me together with the photo of your answer sheet, ayan, and we will automatically adjust your score. Ano po kasi sayang, 2 points din 'yan. Malay mo tama ka pala, 'di ba? Ayan, sige. Oo. Sige po. So, thank you so much for listening, for watching. Hindi na ako nag-open ng video, nakapang bahay na ako. Ano pa? Ayan. Sige po. So, thank you so much. Oh, baby, tapos na si Mami. Ayan. Sige, thank you so much. Okay. God bless everyone and good luck to your midterm exam. Sige po. Bye-bye.